All right. Welcome to the Shock Drop Podcast, your ultimate portal to the sneaker culture universe. I'm your host, Chris, teamed up with my fellow sneaker enthusiasts and co hosts, Kyle and Azeem. And this week, we're bringing another insightful episode packed with the latest news, controversies from the world of sneakers. And we'll be kicking it off with a discussion on the fresh Nike lawsuit related to sustainability and their issues about actually keeping their promises. And that's a pretty impactful topic that's going to hit a lot more than just Nike from the future. And we'll also be covering the Adidas Day 2023 that's coming up with a whole bunch of Yeezys that are coming out very soon. And we have some updates on Ja Morant and his sabotage of his Nike career. Stay connected on the sneaker world and make sure to subscribe on YouTube. And if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, make sure to follow and give us a rating on the episode. So let's go ahead and get started on the upcoming drops that we've got. And June is looking a little weak for drops overall, but pretty soon we've got this Washed Heritage 1 coming up, and this is kind of a remix on the Washed Pink that we just had. Kyle, you really like the Washed Pink. What do you think about these?
I like this one. I like this
More
one a
than the
lot.
pink?
Yeah. Well, the pink I was getting it just for my wife, but she didn't
Okay.
end up wanting it. But
Really? Okay.
yeah, she was like, I don't need an all pink shoe. But the quality, I was actually very surprised on the washed pink. So if the washed heritage is anything close to the washed pinks, I think they'll do pretty decently, seeing how that it's a pretty neutral color, and it seems like a pretty easy color to match your fits with.
Yeah, I think this is one of my favorite Jordans for the year.
It's subtle.
Yeah, it's subtle. I like the material a lot. It looks pretty
Yeah.
cool. One Jordan it really reminds me of is the Turbo Greens, and I'm like kind of salty I missed out on those.
I think that's what people
Oh.
were saying for the wash pinks. It did remind them of like the Hyper
Yeah,
Royals and
it's
the Turbo Greens.
yeah, the material is very similar, it seems.
Yeah.
But hopefully these are a Jordan one that doesn't go under retail on StockX now.
You mean 1 week before the release?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Washed Pinks. Did you pay full price for that, Kyle?
Mhm.
And
They
now
were
I think
sitting.
they're kind of under retail just a little bit, I guess.
Yeah.
For these, are you going to try to hit them on release, or are you going to try to wait and see if you can get your pair a little bit later?
I mean, it doesn't really matter, honestly. Because it's like,
I guess, I mean, if you get them from Nike, right, you could always return it and get them later at discount if you can.
yeah, but like even if you get them on like discount, like margin, it's gonna be like marginally better. But it's like, is it worth the time? You know, of like waiting.
Plus the pressure to make sure you can get it. You know,
Yeah.
if it does start actually going, yeah,
Exactly.
definitely.
So I mean, I think for me, I'd probably get it release day.
Yeah, saves you a lot of the hassle.
Yeah.
I guess another one that you wouldn't really have to worry about getting on release day though is I think this used to be called was this like the Craft Jordan 1?
Yep.
Right? And then now it's the Vibrations of Nija, or well, I guess it was Vibrations of Nija.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one is similarly to the what was the other one? The elephant print ones. Those are also pretty much under retail at launch, and these ones are also kind of the same. What do you guys think about this one?
I like the laces.
Yeah. Yeah, that swoosh and stuff, I'm a little concerned on what that is. What about you, Azeem?
I'm like kind of 50-50 on it. I like the swoosh like look.
Yeah.
But it's like it's a little too yellow for me, where I'm like, I wish this was like a neutral gray.
Yeah.
And I think it would have made like the colorway so much better.
I'm curious. Yeah, I'm curious like how that texture feels like along the heel. I mean, not the heel, the ankle and the swoosh. Like I'm just curious. Like I just want to get a pair just to touch it.
Imagine it feels like sandpaper.
Oh god, that'd be terrible.
Because that's what I think about when I look at it.
Yeah, I mean that's what it reminds you of. But I'm curious.
It's either a really hairy suede or it's a really rough sandpaper.
There's no in between.
Yeah, it's got to be one of the two. Looking at the leather, kind of like the pulling, I think it's just tumbled leather, and then like the yellow, it almost kind of reminds me of the Union ones that are coming.
Oh,
the baseballs.
Really?
Yeah. A little bit.
Yeah.
In like the aged sail look.
Yeah.
Ignore the sandpaper.
Yeah. I can see that. I
And
can see that.
it's kind of the same base.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of. I think the Unions
Um,
are a better quality leather, but that's it.
Yeah.
you think so?
Well, I mean, it should be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope so.
Hopefully.
Yeah, definitely for what they're probably going to ask for it and stuff. Yeah, I also hope it's going to be really good.
Yeah.
And then speaking again, really good material. I think we've talked about this for a couple weeks, but Born and Raised should be come pretty soon.
Mhm.
I'm again pretty excited for this. This is hopefully going to be one of the better quality SBs, but it's pretty silent. And something else I guess we learned was the Fly SB and the Skate Like a Girl SB was some of the most limited SBs in recent history. And both of those, I think, were also pretty quiet in terms of release.
Mhm. It
I mean,
was
especially the Skate Like a
polarizing for
Girl.
people. Yeah. Not everyone liked it because of was it corduroy that it had?
I think it was corduroy. Yeah. The Stingwaters also had corduroy on the inside.
Yeah.
Did the Skate Like a Girl have like a sock on it or something? I
I
think
don't
it had like
Sock?
I thought it had like an extra upper or something like that. Maybe I'm just
I
imagining.
don't think I don't think it did.
I
Here,
don't think so.
let's pull it up real fast.
But I really liked it because it was
There's a
burgundy.
product image. No, yeah, I'm just tripping. Oh, it's the tongue. That's what it was.
Yeah. Okay.
It kind of looks like a sock.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one was also though apparently very limited, which is surprising. More limited than the Haritos, but definitely you don't see that demand for them.
Yeah.
In
And I
Scaling a
don't think
Girl, we
either of
had
you guys got them.
no. Was Scaling a Girl one of
No,
those releases that we had a shock drop after the release too?
No, that was Why So Sad.
Yeah. Oh, okay,
yes,
that's what I was reading.
Yeah. I did get a pair in my size and it got stolen. I'm really salty about that one.
by delivery.
Yeah.
Oh
I
dang, you
was
want to rat
so
them out? Who was it?
I can't remember at this point.
Put them on
I
blast. Enemy of the podcast.
But I was so bummed because I was actually looking forward to getting this pair
Yeah,
because it was
man.
like I really like the burgundy and the material on it. But alas, it was not meant to
Yeah.
be.
I really like these. I make up for personal.
These purple ISOs. That was our next one that we
Yeah.
got. Yeah, and that was supposed to come out last week or this week. I thought. And
Yeah.
I mean, shops have them, so I'm not really sure. Maybe they got pushed back a little bit. Maybe not enough shops have them. This is, I believe, an orange label.
Wait,
I
really?
think a
Shops
lot
have
of
them already?
people.
Yeah, some of them already have them. I think the
Oh,
problem right now is maybe not all of them got them because I know what's his
sure.
name, Master Chef's had them for quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought these were supposed to be scheduled for summer, but I know that the schedule's been moving around. So I know Soul Retriever said now maybe fall winter of this year.
Interesting.
I don't know. Azeem, you said you're excited for these. You want these for the toe?
Yeah. I don't know if a lot of people
It's
still remember the Lakers SB dunk from a while back, but I feel like this will be a more general release version of that.
a Lakers
So I think a lot
SB
of people.
dunk.
It's like a not like officially Lakers, but it was a orange or yellow and purple.
Yellow and purple. Was
Am I
it a
tripping?
purple base or what? I I remember the laser
Oh,
orange.
There's
laser
this one.
orange. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, this one. That one was also
Yeah,
really good, and that was a tough
Yeah.
one to get too.
I got a pair.
yeah.
That was that
Really?
2020?
That was like
Yeah, that was right on the
that was like
cusp of SB hype.
that was one of my first pairs of SBs that I actually got.
Yeah.
Got
And
wow, nice job.
then there was the Jordan Pack core purple. So I think people who missed out on those two will really want these.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah, core purple is really nice.
Yeah. I know TK for sure wants those. Wants these.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. The core purple is I think more of my shade. I really like the Familia SB. That was my favorite purple one. I never got those though.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are my favorite purple with the undertone.
hmm For
But
the
other
ISO ones.
oh
Sorry.
yeah, go ahead.
So for the ISO ones, are these the pairs that skate shops can reorder again or no?
No, not the purple ISOs.
Okay.
I think currently the only ones that they can still order are those black and the white ones. The gray
Okay.
ones may or may not restock one more time.
Sure.
Because they already did on sneakers, so they may go out to stores too.
Yeah.
But I don't think that the purple ones are going to be like readily reorderable. So far,
This
they are
ISO
bringing back some old orange ones, like the Kentuckys and stuff are coming back.
Mhm. They are
So like,
nice.
yeah, so those could be, they might bring them back in a couple of years, or like a year or two. But yeah, they're not going to be able to be reordered. Were you going to say something, Azeem? Sorry.
Yeah, what does ISO mean for the dunks? Like for like differences from a regular SP dunk, or is it like nothing?
I have no idea.
Damn, that's crazy. I thought there was gonna be like some actual like differences.
Let's see.
What does ISO
What
mean
does
in
ISO
Nike
mean?
SP?
In-store
In
In-store
store
only.
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 Interesting.
Interesting.
So no
Oh.
sneakers release.
It could be. I don't
What
know
was the
because we've
last?
had some of the ISOs before that
Because
have
Grey
Oh yeah,
Gum
because the
did.
because
gray gum was
didn't the
ISO.
black ones? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's a different black bear.
Oh, this one.
But
Right?
yeah.
No.
So Nike's just
Yeah,
lying
and
to
the
us. Right
lilac.
to our face.
Did the lilac drop? I think lilac was also on sneakers.
I don't know.
Oh, cognac never was. That's true.
Yeah, but gray gum was. So
Yeah, gray gum was.
I'm curious.
So maybe most of them, I guess, are in store only.
Yeah, maybe.
That's
Boo.
interesting. Well, going on that, I mean, the Udo is not ISO, but Tuxedo American Matt on Twitter, he said that Udo SB should be releasing August 18th, and he heard it could be a skate shop exclusive.
No, don't do that.
Kyle, how you feeling?
Don't do that. I saw when you tagged me and I was so sad. I don't want them to be skate shop exclusives. I want some
I mean,
sort of
that's going to
fighting
make it
chance.
impossible. Yeah,
I
once it becomes
know.
skate shop exclusive, it's impossible.
Oh,
Azeem, what do you think on these?
Yeah, I mean, they're probably one of the better dunks this year. So it's like, damn, if there's no sneakers release, it's gonna be a little disappointing. I never have luck with skate shops, so
yeah.
you guys at least have like some like hits from there. I've never hit from a skate shop.
Is there a skate shop in Vegas?
There are a few, but like,
Okay.
Yeah, it's called Urban
uh,
Necessities.
Undefeated is technically like one of the skate shops,
Not
but they do all
sponsored,
their stuff.
but
Oh, okay. That's true.
Undefeated, basically raffles.
Yeah.
There's like one
yeah.
place that will do some raffles,
Mm-hmm.
uh, but they don't get everything. And then there's one of the bigger skate shops is Premier, but I think if they do get a release, it's only in their California location. So it's a little disappointing for me.
Yeah, plus anything in store for you is going to have a massive population boost because of your area. So it just makes
Yeah,
it even
exactly.
harder to win.
Oh,
And we
At
see
least,
those. These shops literally got one pair of each or two pairs of each. I mean,
exactly.
yeah.
its stock is insanely limited.
Yeah. Some didn't even get a full size run.
Yeah.
It's
So I mean,
crazy.
it's really hard to hit these drops.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw a skate shop that posted their stock, or like someone posted it.
Mm-hmm.
They got like one size 10.5 and like no size 11. I was like,
Yep.
this was backwards, but I was like, I would always enter for full sizes because I thought those would have more stock.
Yeah,
And I
it's
was like,
crazy.
I usually just enter for my size. So 9, it usually works out good because it's the middle size.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's usually only one pair for us too. So
I'll fight you for it.
yeah, it's me versus Kyle. Good thing we're in different states though, so different shops.
It's true.
This is one that we haven't seen anything about. We just have a kind of hints, but Tuxedo American again, he gave some hints for this. This is for Reyes's dunk that's coming next year in the spring, and I think it's based on her dog, which is named
Aw.
Slinky, and it's a little pug, and he's so cute.
Oh, he's so
Um,
cute. He's wearing
So,
a
Chris, is this
tutu.
an early
Oh, I
contender for
love it.
best top for you?
It could
For
be, yeah. I mean, I thought I was waiting. I was like, if we have another dog walker, it's for sure going to be a cop for me.
Yeah.
But we haven't seen anything yet. I don't have any pugs. I've never had a pug, but
Okay, that was my
you know,
next
they're-
question. If you had any.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, they're pretty close to a French bulldog, but no, it's I've never had a pug before. Yeah, but this is one again that I don't think we'll even see this until probably like October if they start producing it
Yeah.
around then. You know, and MasterChef Ian or somebody's probably going to be the one to pull it out. But you know, speaking of new shoes that we haven't seen, this is we saw the leaked pictures of the Royal Reimagined, and now this is like a full. This is by Nice Kicks. They tweeted this on May 22nd. This is a full in-hand look at the Royal Reimagined now, and now that you got a better look at it, any different thoughts or still the same?
I think with suede for me, it depends how it feels in hand because it's like the looks could be deceiving on how the suede actually feels.
Yeah.
The overlays don't look like they're that much a suede. It's really just the
Yeah.
blue. The black looks like it's really, really low suede.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess we'll see.
It's all right. Like, I think the first thing that I think of is like the super bright on the blue reminds me of those like. Do you remember the Flyknit Jordan ones that they were doing in like 2018?
Yes. Yes, that's what it
Yeah, so
reminds
that's
me of.
yeah. I already have a pair of the 2017 Royals, so these I might just skip out on the suede unless it's like really good suede.
Yeah. Is it
Yeah,
when
I'm
is it
very
scheduled
interested to
for
see the
again?
quality. I think October 18th.
Okay.
Let me check my dates before I say that here on the live, and then I'm wrong.
Chris lied to us.
Yeah. Oh no, November 4th, 2023.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we've
Well,
kind of talked. Oh,
Currently.
sorry. Go ahead.
no, I was
Yeah.
gonna say it's
No,
still
no,
better than the satin breads.
yes. Yeah, for sure.
I think we've
Yeah,
kind
I'm
of
very
talked about this
interested to see how
before.
that
Oh
quality is.
no, you go
No,
ahead.
go ahead.
Uh, I don't know if we. I think we've talked about this before, but do you like these like reimagined like OG colorways, or would you rather have them do just a regular a Royal, a regular Chicago, stuff like that again every few years?
Huh?
Mm, since I wasn't around for any of the OG ones, like the
Mm.
initial releases or retros, it would be nice to see um those come back at least once, at least in my era. But I mean, I don't particularly mind the reimagine. It is kind of a cool concept to see the differences like that they can come up with. Granted, I'm glad this one reimagined doesn't mean cracked leather.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So worse quality at a higher price. Reimagine.
Right. Yeah.
Um,
But
yeah,
yeah,
I like.
I like that they're trying new things. I like that.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I like that they're like trying to be creative at least.
mhm. Yeah.
I
I
guess
guess like
Azeem, do you have the
if you do get a
Sorry,
oh go
what?
ahead, Kyle.
I was gonna say if since you do have the 2017 Royals, I guess like you could kind of compare the two and do a
Yeah,
side by side.
exactly. Yeah, but
It,
it's gonna
it,
be like, oh, this is leather, and then this is suede.
yeah,
That's
but
the difference.
just from I mean even just the blue. I was gonna ask like, is this a brighter blue than the
Yeah, it's definitely
2017?
a brighter blue, and
Okay.
that's like the biggest thing. It's like I think that's why it kind of like looks off because when I
Mm,
think of the royal blue, it's a little bit darker,
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, the old pair was
but
definitely
it's
a
still like a
lot
very good shoe.
darker.
Gotcha. Cool.
I hope that they do at least like, you know, a blue Nike box, you know, something to spice it up a little
100%.
bit.
Just
I do get
anything.
very upset when they take those
Anything.
lazy boxes. Yeah, anything other than the regular thing. Like when you're doing this kind of shoe, like just make it
Yeah.
special and more people will actually go for it.
I feel like they've been doing it for like almost every Jordan 1 except Spider-Man's, which threw
Yeah,
me off.
which makes
They did it
no
for
sense.
Spider-Man's, but only for the special like friends and
FNF.
family. Yeah, the same
We
thing that they did for
again,
the first one. But
was it
well,
the
the first
Yeah.
one I guess was the first one was Premiere only. This one was actual, I think, FNF list. But only DJ
mm,
Khaled, I think, has posted it so far. So we don't actually know who else got a pair
but
with that
still,
box. Yeah.
just something simple, guys. Just make the box a little bit different.
I mean, they could
I
have just
mean,
done that the box with polka dots, and that would have been like
Yeah,
fantastic. That's
that would
it.
have been cool.
Didn't have to do
I
all the
mean, I think
graphics.
Like, a special box is nice to look at, but like, would it change your mind on like the value of the shoe if it had a special box?
I
It
mean, if
changes
they're
my
already
mind when I'm
charging
paying
us,
$200. Yeah,
yeah,
that's the
Yeah.
only
exactly. They're
reason
already
why.
charging us for it.
I think about it on a sense of like a business scale. Adding a box like that probably adds maybe like $2 in cost, maybe like 3 or 4 max, right, per shoe. So if you scale out one of these shoes as big as they do, right, I really don't think like it's that bad. Plus, they usually raise the price. I think this is actually 180 though. So it
Royal.
might not have a different box because the lost and founds were 180, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I think this is also going to be 180.
You know what's funny? It was I got the Jordan 1 High Pollens, and then I got the taxis, and they had the same like special box, and I was like,
The
wow,
yellow.
they just didn't like
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
they
yeah. See,
didn't use all
right?
of
I
them,
mean,
so they just reused them.
Yep.
they could just keep it for something else. Is there another blue Jordan coming out later? Another blue Jordan 1? They might just recycle the box if that's what it is. That's pretty funny, actually. But yeah,
Yeah,
smart on their
and
end.
we saw pictures of a new yellow Jordan 1 High too, so we might be seeing that box come back.
They found some in the warehouse and were like, "We need to
Yeah,
make another
exactly.
shoe."
We
But
over-ordered the yellow boxes.
yeah, we found some. But keep going. We got to reuse them all. Can't write them off anymore.
Yeah.
Speaking of getting found in the back, there's been some. I don't want to say samples because I don't really think they're samples. Everybody kind of leaks them, and all the Instagram pages are posting it. There was a Palomino Jordan 3 that was pictured with a reverse swoosh. Travis was just pictured in his Jinko jeans with the Mac Attacks, the reverse swoosh. And then yesterday, I think Bloody Osiris posted on his Instagram story a pair of custom olive Jordan 1 Low Travises that have Utopia on the box and Utopia on the heels instead of just the smiley faces or whatever. Oh no, they had the smiley face on the heel tab on this one, right? So there was nothing, I think, underneath it. So it's just the Utopia branding. And then now, he's got his case. He's walking around with the briefcase with his bodyguard. And then now, just today, just like 5 hours ago, Travis was just photographed in an all-new Travis Jordan silhouette. What do you guys think? I kind of think this is just a big rollout thing for Utopia with all the custom shoes, but the one shoe today was pretty new.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
couldn't figure out what it was. Like,
Yeah. We had a few ideas. We were like, is it kind of looks like a Jordan 5 Low? Chris, you said the Nike SB Chode,
Yeah, like a
which is
OG
an actual
SB.
shoe.
you didn't believe
Yeah.
him at first.
Yeah, I was like, what is he talking about? The Chode?
Yeah,
But
I
yeah,
mean, I don't think like we could fully pinpoint what silhouette it's gonna be or what it is, but
It
I'm
they
definitely
look
not.
is
a
a
little
Jordan, though.
It is, yeah, but I'm
they
not.
look a little too much like a shoe you'd just find at Payless.
Yeah, and he just slapped a reverse swoosh on it. He's like, huh.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a
I'm
little
really
bulky, almost like what were those skateboarding shoes? Start with an O.
Osiris, wasn't it?
Was that really what
yeah.
it's called?
Yeah,
Oh, is
I
it?
thought that's what it was, but I didn't want to say that word.
I think it was
Yeah,
Osiris.
Osiris is the shoe brand.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, that's kind of what it looks like. Just in terms of like how chunky it is.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm really hoping this isn't his new SB.
Yeah, it'd be interesting if gets his own SB Jordan model, like a
Yeah.
brand new one. That'd be crazy.
The Jordan
not
1
these.
Travis something.
Yeah, it wouldn't be this. This is definitely some kind of Jordan shoe. Because what if it's his own pair of like 36s,
Oh,
like 36 lows or something?
That'd be interesting. We haven't seen them like do like a high numbered pair like in a big profiled way in a while.
Yeah, after that 36 and stuff, I think things really kind of flopped for him. It didn't really pay off. But I think also, or maybe not, I think it was either earlier today or it was yesterday. I know that there was a couple of other Travis's entourage that was also photographed in Mac Attacks that had the reverse swooshes. I think somebody in the Travis subreddit posted that. Do you guys think that some of those might actually release, or You think it's just all rollout excitement? Because we haven't really had a Travis album. I think Azeem said in like 5 years, right?
Yeah, 2018 since Astroworld.
Yeah. I mean, it's been a while.
Yeah. I mean, people are talking about it, so some sort of publicity for either the shoe or the album.
With a post Kanye incident and post Astroworld incident, do you
Yeah.
think we need stuff like this to drum up hype for some of these artists? Because Travis was kind of on his way out in terms of the hype. I mean, after the whole Astroworld thing, everything really went downward for him.
But I feel like
Yeah,
even still, I think like any new Travis shoe, people will automatically start talking about it. I don't think you need to add any additional artificial hype to it.
yeah. I think it's kind of like where Kanye was at a point where like even though like he wasn't wearing the shoes as much, like
Mm-hmm.
just because it had his name attached to it, it was a big shoe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think this is like his whole rollout for his album as well, because like as you said, he kind of fell off since Astroworld, so
Mm-hmm.
just bringing everything together to make a big release.
Yeah. I mean, if it was like a 7 or like a really like underwhelming, like underhyped model, maybe you'll need some extra artificial one. But as of right now, I don't think we do need it.
Plus,
I
I
mean,
think everybody's very on edge waiting for the next Travis shoe now that the ones are, done.
Yeah.
Everybody's wanting to see what's next.
Yeah. So there's already hype and like rumors going around.
so I think we have like 4 unreleased Travises now that we're just like kind of waiting for. The SB, the Mac Attack, the threes, and this.
The
Do you
three,
think
I
we'll
think, is
actually
just a one-off. I think that's just just
really?
for him. Yeah, I
For
think
the
I think it'll
honestly,
be.
it was made more as like either a way to test for leaks or a way just to try to drum up hype for the Palomino threes.
Mm.
That's interesting. I would
Um,
love to see that Travis Jordan 3
yeah, there was
in
a rumor of
competition.
one. I don't think they're gonna give it to him.
That's
I think that
disappointing.
he's done his mark on those kind of high profile shoes, and they want him to sell, more trainers
Sevens.
and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah,
stuff that's not selling.
Yeah.
that's kind of disappointing. But I mean, I think it'll be interesting to see how we like see the rollout of like these new releases.
Mhm.
Imagine they do like one day is just all 3 shoes.
That'd be nuts. Yeah, 3 different models with a collab. That'd be crazy. Yeah, it kind of makes me almost think back to the Travis 6 kind of workup, and everybody got really excited and stuff for it. This was back for the olives. And then they ended up dropping like that trailer with like Randy Moss and like, the website was ready. And then like at midnight, I think that was the last like first come, first serve drop.
Yeah, and
And
the
like,
website got destroyed.
yeah, it got absolutely destroyed. But that was, like that was the last time where everybody was hyped, everybody was getting excited. We were waiting for like hints from Travis. And then like the website drop is sold out. And then Travis tweeted like, you can get my shoes now at my website.
Late.
Oh, oops, it's sold out. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
so funny. Good times.
I think it's making me more interested in the shoes though, because like these Jordans, I would not care about because they're pretty dull looking.
Mm-hmm.
I guess so that's a good point to make there. So if we keep seeing it like this, where it's just these slow on foots from shows and occasionally see it pop up with the album release and then like it drops around the same time, would you be more interested in this? Or would you think that if like MasterChef Ian or some of those guys that get them early, like if they get their leak pictures out and we see it all, would you start losing interest in the shoe faster?
I kind of think
Mm-hmm.
you would lose interest in the shoe just because like now we see these first like on foot pics. We're just like, oh, when's the leak gonna come out? When are we gonna learn more about the model? Stuff like that. Where like when we get the leaked pics already, we're just kind of like, okay, the shoe's either good or not, and then we're like, okay, when's the release date? How hard are these gonna get? Stuff like that.
It's almost like you've given up sometimes already once you've
Yeah.
Yeah,
gotten the whole, everything about it, right? Like there's already people like, oh, I'm taking an L on the unions and like, buddy, like they're just getting made.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
they're literally still being made in the factory at this point. Like,
I think because like even these shoes, like I'm not a big fan of them, but it's like I still want to learn more about them. I want to know like, okay, we kind of said it kind of looks like a Jordan 5 low. Is it that, or is it a new model, or what? Right?
Mhm. And like, what's the story behind the design?
Yeah,
All that,
exactly.
all that fun stuff.
could it be his own new Jordan model?
Yeah. And then like I would like to, well, if it is, then I would like to hear also like what went through, I guess, the creative process of designing it, or like why he chose certain parts
Yeah, exactly.
of
Maybe,
how he made it, or why he made it that certain way or whatever.
maybe they gave him his own version of like the Spizike.
Oh,
Oh, I forgot what that looks like.
It's like the mashup of like 4 or 5 different
Yeah,
Jordan models, I think.
what if it
I don't think
is?
it's that. But
That thing was pretty crazy looking.
yeah, that's a pretty funky shoe.
Yeah. So I think this is a combination of, yeah, look at this thing, man.
It's like a 7, a
It's a
5.
three,
It's a
four.
3, a 4, a 5. There's a 6,
Yeah.
right?
Is
Is
I
there
that
think
a
it?
so.
7?
3, 4, 5, 6. What's a 7?
I don't know.
Oh, the back. The back is a 7.
Is it?
Yeah,
I
Okay.
think so. Is this does
because
six
it's
have
got
that little
the
pull tab?
diamonds.
Oh,
The 6 has a pull. No, no, the 6 doesn't have a pull tab, I think.
I'm trying to like think of this from memory. I'm like, no, it doesn't have one like that.
What if it is? What if this is his model?
Oh, here you go. It's a mix of. Oh, it doesn't even say it. Oh yeah, the Jordan
3,
3,
4,
4,
5,
5,
6.
6,
It's in
Oh, no,
20.
20.
10. Oh,
20.
20?
Yeah.
This guy can't read
Yeah,
Roman
sorry.
numerals.
Where's the 20?
I don't usually go up that high. I usually stop at 5 or 6.
Oh,
Yeah, man.
the print found on
What
the
is?
sock liner.
Oh, okay.
I
Sure.
guess.
I didn't even know that 20 was out that time.
Yeah, but it's
Wow.
like
Okay.
I think most of us don't remember the Jordan models after like 13 or
Yeah,
14.
really. Yeah, it's definitely an interesting shoe. They're pretty coveted. I mean, some of the colorways go for some crazy money. Some of them also don't go for anything. So, like this one,
Imagine
Dang, alright.
oh
this is a
yeah,
Jordan
price
Spizike
points.
low.
Yeah, that'd be nuts. It's the Trazike or something like that. I mean, that's probably what it is.
Don't give him ideas like that.
I'm kind of surprised. I mean, with the I guess that's a resurgence of those old shoes. I think that's kind of why they're be bringing some of those back. But I guess speaking of resurgence, Foot Locker a while back, I think we kind of talked about it. They were like kind of slimming down their stores, closing some things, and they were forecasting for some like decent profits and earnings. And yikes! Investor call. I think that it was a little bit ago, and then now they had their updated earnings call, and since then they had almost 30% drop in their stock. Their future's not
Yikes.
looking so bright. I guess when was the last time you guys went to a Foot Locker or any of the foot stores that are under that umbrella?
Long time.
Pre-COVID, probably,
Why?
because I don't like going into stores.
Yeah, okay, that's a good reason.
I think I went like pre-COVID or like the very start of the pandemic just to like pick up when they were still doing the reservations without like the
The foot apps.
yeah.
Yeah,
So I
that was the in-store
won some
raffle, right?
yeah when it was only in store, one before it was online too.
Yeah.
I went into one that there. And then I would just go in like one time just to like look at shoes like a
Mhm.
year
What
ago
they've
or
got.
something. Yeah, exactly. And it was just like there's nothing interesting. There's only like Air Forces.
Yeah, it's I haven't really been in a long time. I mean, I really just kind of walk past mine and go look at some of the resale stores or something at this point, just because. I mean, I'm not really interested in most of the Jordans that are there sitting, and if they are, it's not really one that I wanted anyways. I would have got it, on sneakers or something if I wanted it.
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
I don't know if all Foot Locker stores have a House of Heat attached to them, where they have like just the basketball shoes. But I like looking at those, where
I
it's
I
mean,
like
think,
Kyries, like
yeah,
what other model, like stuff
I
like
think we
that.
have like a really small section of that, like in the back of ours.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't even really make it that far.
yeah.
I'll kind of like just walk past everything and go there, just be like, some of these are nice.
Yeah, you go specifically for the shoes or for any the other stuff.
No, I never look at the clothing at like a Foot Locker,
That's
but
interesting because that's one of the things that they cite in this. It was a CNBC article that's about Foot Locker stock plunge, but they say that they were dropping discounts and all sorts of stuff because they were struggling to move like all the clothing and stuff that they've got. I mean,
Mhm.
the shoes are bad enough, but like nobody's buying the clothing anymore and stuff like that.
Yeah. I
yeah,
mean, it's not really. I mean, people don't really go to Foot Locker to go for clothes generally.
exactly. Like the only time I like look at their website or stuff is like maybe if they're having a sale, just to see like there's anything like good to pick up at a good price.
Yeah.
But that's it.
Yeah. And do you guys think? Do you guys have a lot of Foot Lockers around you, or is it just like one?
I've probably got like double digits driving
Oh yeah.
distance away from me
Yeah,
around
I
me.
think there's a decent amount like around my area,
Oh
including
wait, are we?
champs too.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are we
Yeah.
including the
Yeah,
other
yeah,
one?
everything that's under that
Oh,
umbrella. I was gonna say,
then
do you guys think that you'll see some of them closing?
I I don't know if I read it or I like kind of I don't know. I heard someone or somewhere saying that they're folding up champs and it's
Yeah.
just gonna be
Yeah,
Foot Locker now.
that's
Oh,
what
I
they're
don't know if it's all of them,
rumored.
but yeah, I heard that some champs are gonna start closing.
Okay, so they're starting
But
to close them up
So are
and
they
fold
just gonna
them in.
make everything Foot Locker? Is that the one brand?
I guess
yeah,
so.
possibly.
Go back to how it started. I
Does Foot
guess.
Locker own all of the other ones, or is there like a parent company that owns Foot
No,
Locker that owns everything?
Foot Locker owns the
No,
other
Foot
Foot
one.
Locker
Locker
owns it?
owns.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
Foot Locker is the parent company.
Yeah, okay. That's all
so
right. So I guess they're just merging all of them into
Or
Foot Locker.
throwback to last week's. What if JD comes in and buys them?
Buys Foot Locker?
Yeah,
that'd be insane.
that would be that would like double. I think.
They would own like over 60% of stores at
Yeah,
that point.
wouldn't
I
that?
think more than that. Basically, like anything that's
In
not
sheer
like a
numbers,
small
yeah.
boutique,
Yeah,
they'd
it would
have
be
a
under
monopoly on
JD.
that. Yeah,
Yeah. And they even own some of the small boutiques, don't they?
yeah, exactly too.
Yeah,
They had a few, not the big ones, but
right,
yeah.
right. Just like a couple one-offs. Yeah,
So something
that'd
interesting
be
is like,
that would be interesting to see
yeah,
how, or if they decide that's the that's the next step for them.
yeah. I mean, something else is like some malls have like two, three Foot Lockers just in
Hmm.
one mall, and it's like, what are they gonna do with that? And then if they
Oh,
turn all the champs into Foot Lockers too, you're gonna have
Hmm.
like five of the same stores in one mall.
I think
Some
Well,
of those
my
are
mall
gonna have to
has
close.
a Champs, a Foot Locker, and a Foot Locker Kids, I think.
yep. Well, I mean,
Exactly.
if they are folding up champs and stuff into Foot Locker, then I guess they could also cut some of the operating
Stores.
expenses of
Yeah.
stores, yeah.
I don't know
And
how Foot Locker Kids got its own store, honestly.
I don't either.
Yeah.
You know, let's be real. I don't think
It doesn't
we
make
all.
sense.
Could
Yeah,
just be the
because
margins on it, buying
yeah, because
$150 carts and stuff worth of whatever clothing and shoes for your baby.
you
Yeah.
really need to
Kind of
go to a
adds up.
separate store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think that, at least for my area, I think that I might see a couple of them close. I know you guys are in much more populated areas, so
Mhm.
maybe not see as much of an impact, but definitely something to look forward to. Are you guys? I mean, would you ever go back into a foot store at this point? Now that most of the points and the good shoes are all kind of gone, I mean, I don't really have any point to go.
I mean, they're not
Yeah.
really getting that much like good, quote unquote, good stuff.
Hmm.
You know, like especially since like Nike kind of pulled back all of their stock for the most part. And you know, there's not much happening with Adidas, so
Yeah. I
it's
think
not.
there's not that many releases, and it's like I don't have any athletics points really, so it's
Yeah.
like there's no
Mhm.
incentive to like keep even trying to enter the raffles or anything
Yeah.
to see
Yeah,
if I
because you
hit.
don't win, right?
Right.
Exactly. And this is wasted, and it's like, okay, now I will just enter for finish line because I still have a status there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Exactly.
definitely. Hoping that they can redo their system and maybe we'll see them in the future.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess another thing on relating to somewhat of saving the future, Nike is getting themselves into another lawsuit. This makes like their fourth one or something, I think, so far this year. This one was kind of surprising to me when I first saw it, but this one was led by a Missouri federal court, and this is about Nike and their, I think their Move to Zero series, which is they use the recycled materials. They've got those soles with the mixed color stuff. It looks like it's like junk mixed with like gum, basically into like a sole.
Mm-hmm.
And it's supposedly that they are not actually being as sustainable, and that they're deceptively claiming that it's sustainable. And I think it's claims that 2,452 quote unquote sustainable products offers from Nike, only 239 were actually made with recycled material.
Woof.
Yikes!
That's
Yeah,
pretty
so that's
insane.
That's less than 10%. Jeez.
Yeah.
it's pretty far off. Again, this is just an allegation, right? And
Mhm.
it's a class action too. So maybe we can all jump on if this actually goes well.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. I'm sure like Nike's legal team is pretty,
Yeah, they could shoot this down pretty fast.
yeah.
I mean, really, it doesn't really have a lot more in terms of information. So really, it seems like that's the claim, is just that so it's probably just going to test the bar, I guess, of what is sustainable,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
And really, when it comes to fashion and products like that, you really can greenwash it pretty heavy. Like there are some like clothing brands that'll say like eco-friendly and stuff like that, and the most like eco-friendly thing about it is like the tag that it says eco-friendly on. Like the rest
Yeah.
of the item is not that actually eco-friendly. So yeah, there's a lot of greenwashing and stuff. So it wouldn't really surprise me if that's it. It's pretty disappointing though, for sure, that Nike would do that on the environmentally friendly shoe. Like just do it on the regular shoes. Nobody's gonna be as critical.
Yeah.
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 It's
Do any of
disappointing
you
just
guys have those shoes?
No,
no.
I had the one of the first space hippies. I think it
Yeah.
was like the orange and grayish pair.
Yes.
So I tried it on, and I didn't actually like how the um the sole felt like as I was walking. It felt like I didn't feel very stable on it.
Did you go true to size, or did you go
Yeah,
up or
it went true
down?
to
Or
size.
okay,
Yeah. But I mean,
interesting.
because it was like, it's like all that space grind kind of thing. Like some that I did have a couple bubbles on mine too, so
hmm
I don't know if that like kind of
I think
added
that's
to the
normal. I mean, even this
instability.
one on the article has bubbles on it, like this.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
but like on the bottom, so I'm wondering if that like added to
Oh.
like the instability of like it because it wasn't like a even surface,
Flat. Yeah.
Yeah.
hmm Yeah. It doesn't look like there's a lot of support in the shoe,
Yeah.
other
It
than
was
like the knitting that's done, maybe some layers inside.
yeah, I mean it was snug. I mean like it felt like it wasn't gonna come off, but it was just like the walking felt awkward.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've never got any of these. I've never tried them on. I've seen a couple of them in store, but
Mhm.
just aesthetically, I like the whole eco-friendly. I really like Adidas's Parlay and stuff. But I gotta
Yeah.
say, Adidas and Parlay make a lot better looking shoes than the Move to Zeros. I really
Yeah.
hate a lot of these, the hippies.
Yeah.
What do you think, Azeem?
I mean, like we're talking about space hippies, but like the thing I think of is like the Next Nature Dunks, which are
Yes.
basically a Nike
Oh,
Dunk
yes,
except a different like material.
those are
So I'm
also
like,
Move to Zeros, right? The Next
Yes.
Natures. Yeah,
I
Mhm.
believe so. It has the same logo, so that's why I'm just
I
guessing.
think it's just a recycled insole, though.
Oh,
Yeah,
I think
boo.
that's
which
the
is kind
only
of
thing.
That's the
just
only
the
part.
insole, not even like the
Not even the
anything
shoe. It's
else.
just pandas with a different insole.
That's
But
pretty
imagine
crazy.
like imagine if they just did a panda boat with the space grind sole.
God, That'd be
Ooh.
disgusting, actually. What would be a cool thing from them is to do like maybe like a panda like 10 years later or something, and like they'll just tell people like, oh, if you have like 10 pairs of pandas that are used, send them in, we'll grind them up and we'll make a
Who
new
has 10
shoe
pairs
or
of
something.
pandas just you?
There's a lot of pandas out there, man.
You know what you make it sound like? It's like a video game like gold.
Yes, it's like an NFT trade
Yep.
up and
Burning
burn your pair.
it.
Yeah.
You get a super panda dunk.
It's kind of
It's
that's basically what it is. It's a modified version of the Adidas Future Loop. I don't know if you guys even remember what that was. Adidas did like one press run and then never talked about it again.
I've
But
never heard of this.
it was like a completely recycled shoe with Boost that Adidas made. They gave it out only to influencers and like testers, and you're supposed to like just run, beat the heck out of the shoe, wear it down, dirty it, and then you'd send it back to Adidas, and then they shoot them all up, and then they made a V2 version with improvements, and then they sent them all back out. And they're actually just like, they just show you like just tearing the shoes apart, and then they remake it with like the materials and stuff.
That's pretty cool.
A couple people did keep their pairs. They did not send them back. I know a couple people that have pairs. So not everybody sent theirs back. But yeah, it was a cool program. I think they did like 3 versions, but it just was in testing. They never made it public. But that's kind of like the future way to do it. And I think the pandas, I said 10 of them because I think of people that have Air Forces, like, how dirty those get, how fast that happens, right? People go through those pretty fast, or they have customs and they do stuff with them.
But like, don't you throw away your like dirty shoes or recycle them? You don't like keep them.
I have a pair of 2016 Breads in my closet in the box, and they are
A
falling
hype
apart.
shoe is different, right? Like if it's an Air Force or like something, you're like, I don't care about this. If it's a bread, you're gonna be like, I still want this.
I still have my Under Armour shoes from middle school.
That's insane.
Actually, I think it's high school. It's not middle school. It's high school. Yeah, I have my Janowskis, my custom Nike ID Janowskis from high school, and I have my old Under Armours that I used to wear. I kept them because I got them brand new. That was like back when Under Armour was popping, right? And I don't even know what it was. It was just some high top Under Armour. I got them, and then I went over to it was my girlfriend at the time, but it's my wife now, right? I was at her house for the first time, and we was like a river in the backyard, and one of my buddies said, "Oh, I bet you won't jump it," and I of course showed off like an idiot, and I ran and I jumped it, and I just missed it, and my feet landed straight in mud, like covering the shoes.
No.
Day one of having them.
Of course.
But I was like, all right, that's what I get for showing off. But yeah, no, I still keep them. I mean, like, I don't really like the basketball Breads in my closet is like the only shoe that I've actually broken out. Most of my shoes, I just rotate so many of them all the time. I rarely go through like break them that bad.
Yeah.
Do you throw them all away, Azeem, or do you donate them or anything when they get like pretty worn out, or do you just wear them out?
If they're pretty worn out, like Vans or like Air Force, I'll just recycle them and stuff like that. Like, no need to keep them, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's true. You mean like a fresh pair, like white Air Forces or something?
Yeah, exactly. Once it's been like beat down, I'm just like, okay, get rid of it.
Yeah, okay. I definitely that's why I got the black Supreme Forces and stuff with that intention. Like, beat them down, and then whenever I want a new pair, just throw them out and get a new one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they keep restocking, so the Supreme Air Forces aren't really.
Yeah, for the most part, right? It's not a worry for me or anything like that.
Yeah.
Okay, and I guess one little worry for some shoes that are not coming back. Kyle, you actually got a couple of these, so you might have some fans coming for you. But Ja Morant, sorry, is officially dropped. I think the last time we talked, it just happened, and he pulled the Glock out on Instagram and stuff, and one of his idiot friends recorded him and screwed him over. Definitely his fault for waving it around, but his buddy's fault for recording it and posting it on live. A couple people, I know Soul Retriever posted this from Michael Wilbon saying that he won't even buy his son, right, Ja Morant, Nike ones. He's like, I told my son, you can't have the shoe. Our money as a family is not going toward that. That's a quote from him. Versus Kyle, I know you're sitting on a couple pairs and they're going up in prices. So some people don't believe the same thing.
Yep.
I guess. What do you guys think? Do you guys ever have a pair of these for personal, or are you guys just offloading whatever you have for the profit?
Well, granted, like not many colorways have even dropped.
Not many good colorways either.
No, not many colorways. Period.
I think we've only had 3, 4.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
something like that.
It's so
diamond.
But the thing is, the
Trio.
scratch and the diamond ones were the
Rare
Salt Lake
ones,
City
right?
only one.
Yeah.
So like for the general release, I think all we got were the day ones and the family trivia. That's it. So it's like there hasn't been much.
Yeah, and then we may or may not even get the hungers that are coming out.
I think we are because it's still listed.
They haven't pulled them yet. So
They haven't pulled them, but I'm a little nervous that the timer on it is just going to suddenly go away. It's going to be one of those things where like you wake up and you get the alert, and then like the shoe's not there, or like you can't enter.
It's been delayed for an unspecified amount of time.
It's going to be like 9:59, and then just poof, it's gone.
Oh, instant sellout.
It's instantly sold out so fast, it's gone off the app.
Either that, or do you think they'll actually release it and just get rid of everything?
That's what I think. I think that it's so close. I thought that they would just drop it and get rid of it. I mean, like they don't want to get stuck with Tom. They're watching Adidas burn down right now. With
Exactly.
Kanye, right? Why waste it?
So maybe they are going to get rid of this remaining pair and then just call it quits.
I think
that's what it seems.
Yeah, the best thing they could do is stay quiet about the controversy. Make resellers, in effect, go after the pairs. It'll guarantee a sellout for the next one, and then you can drop them. Right, and then all your pairs are sold. Then you don't care. The pair could go to zero. The pair could resell for thousands of dollars. It doesn't matter, right? Yeah. Nike's done with it. If it goes to thousands of dollars, great. Instant publicity for Nike. If it goes to zero, whatever. Then they didn't support them anymore.
Yeah. Right.
Either way, their hands are clean, and and they get all their money back. I think that's like the crucial part for them right now.
Yeah,
right. They got all these Jordans and stuff sitting. They can't afford to have products that are not selling at this point.
Yeah, and I think just because it's not like a situation where you like said something really controversial, like he did something bad, but not like something like Kyrie or Kanye, where they can kind of just be low key about it, just get rid of the products and then kill his contract.
I mean, yeah, if you really think about it, he hasn't really done anything that's illegal in the U.S.
Right. He just waved a gun.
He's just holding a gun. He's not even like waving it at people or anything, right? He's just holding a gun in his car, which I'll admit is a bad circumstance being who he is. But I mean, let's be honest, that's pretty typical behavior for Americans that own guns. He could probably definitely do that in his backyard, in his $1 million mansion or multi-acre property that he could easily get. I don't know why he chooses to do it in the car, probably right outside the courts or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess. Do you think this is the end for him? Now that this is the second chance and he blew it, you think he'll get a third, or you think this is it?
I don't know. It's kind of hard to say because, like, you do make a good point where it's like it's not technically illegal, but it's also not great.
It's just bad optics, right?
It's just bad optics, yeah.
But they already used the mental health break,
right? So. Exactly. So it's like we kind of gave you a shot, and you kind of threw it in our face. So it's like I don't know. I'm curious to see like how.
I guess the other con, I should probably put this in context too. I think when he's in the car with the gun, the context is he's listening to like NBA YoungBoy or like, I don't think it was Playboy Cardi. I think it was NBA YoungBoy. So he could be saying, something about shooting ops or, doing whatever, which I think that's where the other gentleman who's saying he wasn't going to buy shoes for his son and stuff, that attitude, I think that's where that comes from, is they don't want to, they don't want to encourage, right, the gang culture or something like that.
Sure.
I just find that becomes an excuse that some people just use outlandishly, where it's like anybody that looks like that with a gun is like, oh, you're perpetuating gang culture. And it's like, well, if anybody else does it though, it's freedom, right?
Yeah.
It just, I guess the NBA has the rules though. So, they did fine Michael Jordan for wearing wrong colors.
Mm-hmm.
So it is their rules. I do hope Ja Morant can keep his career. I kind of hope that they just silently kill him in a sense that they just will stop releasing stuff with him, but they won't actually drop him. So then maybe if he fixes himself, give him 2 years, maybe he'll come back.
They just put him in
Exactly.
timeout.
I think that's one of the best outcomes for him. He kind of gets his stuff together, and then Nike's like, okay, we'll work with you now.
Yeah.
Well, just Travis him for a bit, right? Make him go sit in the corner, start a foundation, do some charity work.
Then everyone forgets about it.
Yeah, and then you come back and release some shoes and sell them for thousands of dollars.
Woohoo!
The end. But speaking of coming back and selling your shoes for thousands of dollars, this one's a little bit more like billions of dollars. Adidas and Kanye actually coming back, releasing shoes, and we now have the date and everything. May 31st is our first release, the very, very last day of May. They, of course, could not do it on a Saturday or anything reasonable. They had to do it on a Wednesday, basically making this a Yeezy day, but this is Yeezy day without Kanye, so it's Adidas day.
Adidas day, woo!
Adidas day 2023. So I guess so far we kind of talked about our interest for some of the shoes and stuff from last time. Now we actually have more of confirmed, idea of what's dropping, so we can run through a couple of them. We got the Onyx 350 V2s. The new colorways, we've got the Azure slides, the dark belugas. Of course, we're probably going to see Zebras restock. Pirate Blacks, again, are coming back. A lot of these shoes, I think, are also from the Black Friday release that would have happened. So it's a lot of black shoes, right? Pirate Black, Utility Black. I think the 700 Utility Black is also somewhere, but they haven't actually posted it yet, so maybe we won't get those. Tefra's coming back. Salts, of course, coming back. I was calling these MX Azures. That's also what Just Fresh Kicks has them on here, but they're officially called now. Brandon, I think, just posted on Twitter. They're called the MX Cinder. I don't understand it. It's a blue and black. It's blue, black, and brown. How is it Cinder? But whatever.
Sure.
This was kind of a weird one. And, I've been saying the flax and the ochre have been a pretty common foam runner colorway, but some places are reposting these almost flax looking official images, and they're calling it a clay red. And I don't know if we've talked about this before. The official images of Yeezys are not the actual color when they show up, right?
Nope.
So I don't know if it's the real same official images or if it's just another badly done official image that looks the exact same.
That seems more likely.
Yeah, so it could be. Onyx slides coming back again. Okay, here's a good one. 350 V2 Compact Panda. They couldn't call it the Oreo like it was originally called. They decided to rename it the Panda now. What do you guys think about these? I don't think either of you guys have a 350 V2 Compact, right?
No. I don't like the compacts.
Yeah.
I think they changed the name just for SEO. When everyone looks up Panda, they see this as well.
That's definitely what I thought it was, just to jump on the trend, right?
Yeah. But like we said last week, Nike gets Panda, Adidas gets Oreo. Come on.
Really? I'm so upset that they didn't keep it.
Okay. Technically, Nike did Oreos with the Flyknit runners back in...
Hey, get your logic out of here.
I think they also had Jordan 4 Oreos quite a long time ago. I wasn't going to bring it up.
Don't poke holes in my argument.
Guys,
let me have this one.
The boat is sinking. Yeah.
Hey, I'm taking Kanye with me. Let's go.
I think he's already down there. He's probably down in the water.
He's bringing me down with him. Oh, okay. Sorry. Well, then, come on, Ja Morant. Let's go. You too.
He's going down there with you. You can come back up in a couple years and resurface. See what the world is like.
Wow, everything is different above water.
Oh, I didn't even notice this. Oh, here's another. This is another new colorway, I think. The 450 Stone Teal. This has a green.
It doesn't look teal at all.
It literally does not look.
I think that's it. Just the heel. That's the teal. But this looks like the recycled color from the Knit Runner. Was it Faded Azure? You remember that one? There's like a
Yes,
green and bluish.
Yeah.
That's what this reminds me of.
kind of. Yeah, just without
Yeah.
the blue stuff on it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's before they spray painted them.
Yeah.
This one, I hope this is not coming back, but the Covalite 380s might be making a return. Terrible colorway, in my opinion. Granite 350 V2s. This isn't the official image, but the official images did come out. Do you guys like those? It's pretty nice, gray and black. I think it's a really good neutral colorway.
Yeah.
230
It's
is
not bad.
pretty heavy though.
Yeah.
It's
Uh,
one of the only 350 V2s we're seeing, so it might like actually do decent because people just want to cop their like
we
last
have the
few pairs of
dark
350
carbons too.
dark carbons and zebras, right? So
Yeah.
Uh,
And Onyx, I
yeah.
guess.
Zebra, I think, was going to be pretty small in the U.S. I think Asia is going to get most of that stock.
Mm.
And we don't even know if there's going to be more or less for regionals and stuff like that.
True. This is just like everything that's possibly releasing, right?
Yeah, this is a big one list. This is everything. Yeah, this is the MX Black. This one isn't on here yet. And a lot of these that are on Just Fresh Kicks' list, they were a lot of ones that are past the 2022 date. So those, are all still up in the air. We may not even see those at all.
Sure.
But I guess going over it, I think Adidas has made it pretty clear they're not giving any stock to anybody else. They want their money back. They want it direct. It's coming directly on the Adidas website or the Confirmed app. What do you guys think? Do you guys think anybody has odds of actually hitting any of these things?
I mean, they said they have like what 500 or 1 point something billion worth of inventory.
Yeah, 500 million I think cost 1.2 billion worth of like potential revenue.
So I mean,
yeah,
I think there's a good amount of pairs in their warehouse that they're trying to get rid of. So granted,
yeah, I think
also
it'll be
there's gonna be a lot
decent.
of people going for them as well.
I think so, but like think about a Yeezy day with the Confirmed out. Like people hit it, it wasn't like horrible.
That's
like,
true. A lot of people did get turtle doves.
Yeah, exactly. Turtle doves was a big one.
I didn't even get to submit for turtle doves.
Neither could I. I'm not one of those people, but other people got them.
Yeah.
That was brutal. But
we're super happy for them, right, Chris?
So happy for you. Yeah. Azeem, did you win anything on Yeezy Day?
I got turtle doves and a foam runner. So.
Yeah, we're so happy for you.
Happy for you, Azeem. Yeah. I can't wait to watch you get Pirate Blacks again while I can't enter.
It'll literally be a repeat, and then we're just gonna be here. We're so happy for you, Azeem.
I'll throw both of my pairs out the window if that happens again. Just be like, yeah, you weren't worth it. I wanted the new ones. Like Andy with his toys.
Oh, heartbreaking right there.
Yeah, I mean, Azeem definitely got lucky last year with a lot of stuff. And how was your account last year in points? What level were you? Did you have a lot of points? Were you shopping on the app?
I do not cop anything off Adidas except for Yeezys. So I'm at level 3. So
good news for everybody listening. That's probably most of you.
Baby.
Yeah. So I think it'll be okay because like I remember I wasn't even entering for all shoes, just the like ones that would like do well resale wise. So
yeah,
I'm sure there's a fighting chance.
Yeah.
I mean, and for the most part, a lot of people don't really think about this, but Yeezys were not that hot right before they ended, right? I mean, like the flax slides and stuff were all selling like just at retail or a little bit above. Most slides were selling like just barely above retail. Most foam runners even had collapsed pretty bad. Most 350s were either sitting for a while or didn't sell out. 450s and basketball knits, those definitely are not selling out anywhere, right? Those are going on discount.
Right.
And that was something I thought was kind of surprising. I think they had more colorways of the 450s and more colorways of the basketball knits, and I just don't think they're going to release them. I think they figure, they don't want it to sit.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I understand what you're saying, but like, part of it, it's like, I think it was like end of 2019 where like zebras and Yebras restocked. And like they sat inside the Foot Lockers and stuff, and we were all saying like, "Oh, Yeezys are dead," and we've been saying that for years. And it's like, we're still selling them. Adidas is still selling them out. There are people who want them.
Yeah, there's definitely people who want them. I guess this is also, the last chance ever, right? That you will
Exactly.
ever get these.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we have no idea what Kanye's going to do next, right? So
So I wonder if this will bring out like a bunch of people out of the woodwork who
Exactly.
don't
yeah,
even normally go for them, but because this is the I guess you can say the last hurrah, right?
yeah. And I know I
Do you
was
think?
just on the. Oh, go ahead, Azeem. Sorry.
Do you think like shoes like the 700 Tephra, 500 Utility Black, which were like 500 Utility Black wasn't like super slept on, but it's not like one of the most notable shoes. Like, those
Tephra
will
was
have more
really
demand as
slept
well.
on. I think they've definitely become a lot more accepted, especially the Tephra. The Tephra is like a big fashion shoe now. The Tephra
Is
and the
it?
mauve, it's like a low key kind of one that goes with fits because a lot of people wear like that neutral colorway with like they want a little bit darker of a shoe. It's kind of like
Mm-hmm.
a brown shoe, and the mauve is like a good brownish kind of shoe that goes, except for that little kiwi green.
Yeah.
But otherwise, right, it's a pretty dark overall shoe. It's pretty good as like a work shoe, if you would. I don't know if you've ever seen the Repo Reaper on TikTok. He
Yeah.
wears mauves.
Yeah.
That was one of the first things I noticed when he was going and doing his push-ups and stuff while he's towing somebody's car off. I was like, hey, he's wearing mauves actually. And yeah, a lot of people that I see walking around, that's usually got a low key V1 or V2 700 actually.
Mm.
I think the 350 V2s just had that weird fit kind of issue, and I think that threw a lot of people off. I haven't worn my static 700 V2s in a while, but those were easily one of my best fitting Yeezys like ever. Probably my number one best fitting one. Did either of you guys pick a pair up when they restocked?
I did, and then I got
No.
rid
Yeah.
of them.
Oh, you got rid of them after Kanye
Yep.
thing or before that?
Right after.
Oh, right after that. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I said bye-bye.
No, I wanted to buy them, but I was like, I think I bought some other shoe like right before, so I was like, no, I have to be somewhat financially responsible.
Yeah. Yeah. three
Nah.
But I
hundred
still want a pair.
dollars. They were hefty, man.
Yeah. I think that was the main downside to it. It's just like it
Yeah.
gets so expensive.
Especially after they released foam or not foam runners, wave runners
Yep.
at 240.
90?
Yes.
Oh wait. Oh yeah, yeah.
I
So
think
I
it
was
was
like,
either
why did
240 or 260.
240, I
something
think.
like that? And it
40.
was kind of like,
Yeah.
why are they doing all the 700s at this price?
Yeah, that was so nice. Yeah. I guess we'll probably do one more episode before that actual drop, so we'll go through if we've got any new ones, but from all the drops that we've actually talked about, is there any drop that we haven't talked about that you guys want to see come out at some point?
For
Either
Yeezys?
for resale or yeah, for Yeezy specifically. For resale or something that you would keep for the toe if there's like one pair you're waiting for.
I mean, definitely
Mm,
static 700 V2s. I kind of just want to get another 350 V2 just because like sentimental, like, oh, one
Yeah.
of like the shoe that kind of like got me started into this, like stuff like
Yeah.
mhm.
that.
The Onyx is
Maybe
a really good daily wear. I mean, it's just like a black 350, right?
yeah. I've never had a pair of zebras, so I'm like, maybe I
Oh,
should get
really?
that. Yeah,
And these are the nice ones. They got the white, no
yeah.
piss yellow
No
sole like
piss
the mine
yellow.
has.
Yeah.
I
If
don't.
they do another reflective that's not that dark
Not those
beluga,
dark
I might.
belugas. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
maybe that.
don't
I
know.
want a pair of slides too and a pair of foam runners. So we'll see.
Azim's buying one of everything at this
Yeah,
point.
I was gonna say he's just gonna
Exactly.
buy.
Azim went from one shoe to six. Okay. So Azim will help you cop everything. And Kyle, what
Yeah.
are you going for?
I don't know if there's anything particularly that like sticks
Oh,
out to me
those
in terms
MX cream slides, I think you said.
yeah, but like
Oh, okay.
in terms of like sentimental wise, like I don't
Oh
have any
yeah.
attachment to any of them. I think like for just more practical
hmm
use case, maybe the utility black 500s if I even were to wear another pair of Yeezys again. I mean,
Yeah, okay.
So
outside
Really?
utility
of
The
you wouldn't cop?
500s?
say again.
Oh no, go with Chris's question first.
No, I was just saying I was just surprised the 500s and not the 700 utility blacks.
I don't know. I mean, like I did have the 700s, but I think like they were just a little a little bit more on the bulkier side, and
Mm.
like from the 500s, they feel a little bit slimmer. I don't
Yeah.
know. I
Yeah,
mean,
okay.
that's just how I felt them in hand. So I don't know.
Azeem,
You're
what
telling
were you
me
saying?
you can rock a Azure Yeezy slide on a daily basis?
Yeah.
Where you're at, probably. You probably could.
Just get the little sweaty feet action. It'll
I
be
like
okay.
the blue a lot. I just
Mhm.
I guess I don't it's like a Jesus is King slide. Um I guess I'm not really a big blue I don't really care for that album, I guess. Out of all the Yeezy shoes, I would have preferred a different colored slide. I still don't have a slide for myself.
Really?
Yeah, I have foam runners, but I never kept
Oh,
any of the slides.
sure.
Yeah, I just don't like slides. I like my Crocs, I guess.
Yay,
Um,
Crocs. Or no, your
I
former
think my
runners.
shoe is still going to be that 500 combat boot. I'm still
Mhm.
praying they release it, but I don't know if they actually will.
Yeah.
But yeah, that or 1050. I just want one other boot from Kanye. The
Yeah.
750s were just so like unique
Mhm.
that I mean we've never really seen like anything like it again.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would love to just see something else like that. That's really what I'm hoping for.
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully within next week and for next week's episode, we'll also have some extra updates and some new releases right before the drop. Pretty slow week, but hopefully we've got some interesting shock drops and things that pop up later on and throughout the month. Thanks
Mhm.
for listening, and make sure if you're listening on YouTube to like the video and subscribe, and if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, make sure to rate the video. Thanks for listening. Catch you on the next one. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.